Hello and welcome to Damned World Genesis, the first episode of recording. I am your GM, Dark, or better known as Jeremy, or Isaac Rain in Friday's campaign. We can go down the list to introduce each character. Rax, if you'd like to introduce your character a little bit.
Rax likes to hit things. That is the main thing you need to know about Rax. She is a half-orc cleric. Believes in Caliph. He's her man. And yeah, he just teaches her how to hit things really hard in the face with a mace.
Perfect. The best. And then we have our glorious rogue warlock, Jackal, if you'd like to go on yours.
I'll be playing Jackal today. I am a mastermind rogue mixed in with warlock, but you wouldn't notice the rogue part because I can't get anything above a 5 when it rolls to stealth. I am gifted with the gift of the gab, and I'll be talking my way out of scenarios, and if not, I'll be hitting things very hard or putting myself to sleep.
Very true. Next we have our very efficient Xavier Zoland.
I'm Volks. I'll be playing Xavier Zoland, a drow gunslinger who is a assassin and is currently chained down to someone else in the party.
That's true. In fact, let's meet her right now, Miss Maya.
I'm Mystic. I play Maya Zolan, the apparent ball and chain for Xavier. I play a Dark Elf Circle of the Moon Druid, and I have my trusty pet direwolf Matakai with us as well.
We'd introduce Matakai. A little difficult, as he's currently playing dead in the other room. And we have one of our newest players, Salchar Barrow.
Gun and playing Salchar Barrows, Fallen Aasimar Warlock Paladin, also known as a Witch Knight. And he takes a lot of hits and dishes out some damage and is an agent of Ichthul, the god of death.
Yes. And finally, our Lilith, better known as the Ghost Dancer.
I'm Purple Rain. I'll be playing Lilith, an ex-slave, recently rescued by this amazing group that we have here. She's an elf, and she's here to kill stuff, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Always the greatest. And now we will go into our recap. Right, so as we last left our hunters, they were traveling towards the town of Ison. On their way to Rainhail, the sky resumed to its normality and the nights to Ison were decently peaceful. As they reached the town of Ison, they were greeted by the local guards. They were welcomed into Ison and given an advertisement by one of the guards of a job that the mayor wanted done that involved moving statue art. The hunters visited the smithy and bought Lilith a great bow for ranged combat. Xavier and Jackal thought it best to stay in a different tavern for the night due to their events beforehand when they passed through Ison towards Axlith. Unfortunately, however, the second tavern was a run-down slum not worth the money or stay. As they headed to the Fireside Ale, they decided it best to go in by pairs while disguised. As they each got their own rooms for the night, Xavier and Maya managed to use their minor illusion to disguise themselves. Lilith did the talking for her and Jackal, who put on a good little voice for himself. And Salchar and Rax, led by Rax, very charismatic and boasting about a, very well-known champion of Valencia with the same name. The night passed peacefully for the most part. In the morning, there was a bit of commotion going on outside. It seems that the boy and father were being arrested and brought to the mayor's under the belief that 5 gold pieces, which was given to the boy when the hunters visited the seedy tavern. Lilith rushed to the mayor's with Jackal and the rest of the hunters in tow. As they were failing to be let in, Lilith stated she would assist in moving the mayor's art with her party. They met the charismatic and not at all an asshole Lord Siberius Almberry IV and made a plea deal to move Art to pardon the boy. As they proceeded downward into the basement, they learned a horrid truth as they came face to face with the statues, a group of 5 basilisks. As battles carried on, Salchar had become petrified, but in the end the hunters stood victorious. Lilith, surprisingly, shouted the creatures produce and page flip ointment like antidote. They were successful in breaking Salchar out of his petrification, and as they searched the rest of the basement, they came upon a horrid secret behind a locked door, as they found a bloodied torture room and a bottle that reeked of blood. They came to the conclusion this is why Lady Grimtongue enjoyed the famous Almberry wine. As they hid to wait and see if his guards would come downstairs, as they moved the basilisk bodies, Madakai played dead and Meavy turned invisible. Meavy overheard a conversation, the little pixie, about the Lord being pleased and that they would move the statues of the hunters in a few days. The hunters got lucky as the guards could not see in the dark room, and now we find our hunters in the manor of Lord Almberry IV. So you are all basically hiding out. Jackal, Meavy heard that, and you guys have a, telepathic communication to be able to pass information along. Madakai played dead and luckily did not snap at the guard who spit in his direction.
Because he's a good boy.
Yeah, no, once the guards have fully fled from the scene, all that, I'm going to have her just slowly just come back in. Right. Just like everyone else. Coast is clear.
Well, we can't just stay down here.
Yes, and that's why we need to come up with a plan. We can't just go in charging in like monkeys. From the scene, all that, I'm going to have
I
her
mean,
just
that's one
slowly
option.
just come,
To charge in.
Won't they be back?
They probably have guard duties and shifts on there, so if we can go... That depends if we want to stay down here for a long period of time and ambush them. Maybe we can go and have they'll come out, sneak around, have a look, see what their guard patterns are. Find out what the shifts when they change around. That would mean waiting around here for a while, though.
Well, they won't expect us to come back up. So either way, we have the advantage.
I mean, this is more your forte, Xavier. Like, how do you work out with infiltration?
Well, usually the hard part is getting in. Once you get in, it's usually easy. Most of the guards are posted outside.
Great,
But
so we're gonna go
there's
upstairs and kill this guy, correct?
Sounds like a plan to me.
With the element of surprise, if we can get the jump on them, that means they will not be prepared, and we can make this nice and quick without any hassles.
The thing is, it's up to you. Do you want to kill guards? Do you just want to kill him? If you just want to kill him, it might be very easy.
I mean, don't want a conversation. I want me to what's going on. The guards are pieces of shits as well. I've been taking it as well.
Well, we can move quickly and quietly, and then kill them as we go. There's not going to be too many posted. I mean, the sounds of battle have died down here, and they're also they're kind of come down later, so they're probably feeling lazy this moment in time. Maybe they're even getting a drink. This might be our opportunity.
Well, then let's take that opportunity.
Hang on. Well, is it like, are we still in the middle of the rest right now, DM, or are we,
No. Oh, out of your short 1 hour rest, as you guys pretty much were waiting for the guards to come down, or at least see if they would come down. And, well, at least you were lucky enough that they... But you guys have just finished an hour.
look, as I get, Mealy just call out on my finger, I can have the scout around, see how many we're dealing with. Give us at least a general idea of, like, what kind of situation we are, give a little bit of idea of the landscape. And, well, see if there are any, like, little areas that we can, if things don't go our way, we might need to make a little escape route.
He's most likely going to be in the top floor, or his library or office. Most nobles spend their time there conspiring against each other.
Aye. We use this time then, clean our wounds, get everything prepared. I kind of looked at her. Maybe you do what you do best. Go up there, keep invisible, and go and have a little look around, see what we're dealing with.
Maybe does so.
And she's gonna turn herself invisible, and she's gonna have a little look around, and yeah, as slowly and quietly as possible.
Sure. I will actually move you to the map to see that. All the rest of the group would like to, if they would like to do little chats or whatever.
Would you like me to make a stealth roll for Meaty?
I mean, she's flying
She's flying and invisible. So
and she's invisible. Yes. Give me just a general stealth roll, with advantage, obviously. I mean, she's invisible, but every now and then.
23.
You are, if you can see it, you are here, and you can just move around as you would like to. Any questions you can ask, while the rest of the party, you are in the room.
Okay, so we're taking a rest for the time being, correct?
We've already taken a
You
rest.
guys have finished at least.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use some of my hit dice then.
Sure. As maybe does float around, there's a guy sitting upon a couch, kind of just kicked back, relaxed, his crossbow upon the resting upon the chair here.
Does he look like he's kind of like sleeping right now, or that he's not really paying attention?
He looks like he might not give it any chance, but he doesn't look like he's really on guard. He looks kind of like he's, on break or anything.
Okay.
You do, however, notice that he is decked out in what looks like studded leather. He is definitely human, as you did remark that originally when you came in. He seems to have a mace with him.
She will continue doing a scout around the area whilst, everyone else gets ready and do their own thing.
Sure. You come into a kitchen down. There's several statues in different positions. Meavy kind of notes now, realizing the situation, that they are definitely adventure-like, or victims that fell prey to the basilisk's stare. All right. As you go over there seems to be a guard. Looks like he's making food. He seems to be of the same fashion as the other guard sitting on the chair. Crossbow against the little oven over here. The cooking stove. He seems to be in studded leather armor. He has a mace on his side, kind of holstered. He as well is human, of course. All these guards you do know are like. And back this way to your west as well. This door was open, which looks like it is a kind of a. It's open enough to the point where, like, you were a medium creature or whatever, you would probably have to push it a little bit, but maybe can easily slip in there. Looks like a storage room, and there is a thug in there as well. But they are, however, wearing different equipment. They seem to be wearing splint-like armor. They have a scimitar on their side and a longbow on his back, and he seems to be taking inventory.
Anything of notable inventory that I see as well, DM, for her eyes?
Looks like supplies here seem to have wine marked on them. And the table over here seems to be empty, and these barrels over here seem to be kind of for fermenting wine.
If she like takes a sniffing, is it the same? Like kind of takes her like smell of like blood.
There's a you can give me for maybe.
What's sorry you cut out?
Sorry, perception. A perception check.
Perception. She does have actually that as one of her skills. For a 15 for maybe.
There's a hint of it. It seems like through their fermenting process, it seems to work out that smell, that reek of blood.
And this is all the first floor.
Yes, this is all first floor.
Okay. And yeah, I'll. Does this door, however, is this one locked or is this one?
It is unlocked and it's not open though.
Is she small enough to like kind of peek through the keyhole, or would she have to try and open the door? To try and...
Yeah, she can peek through the keyhole. You can give me a perception check to peek through the keyhole as she like flutters around.
She's so excited. This is her first stealth mission that she's going to do.
She's like humming to herself, like in her head. If you look in there, it is the room that you were entered into, the foyer. However, there are no guards in the room. There's the rug on the floor, the statues on the side, the stair. Well, she can't really see the staircase, but you know there's a staircase in there from your entry into the foyer.
She is very quietly going to see if she can get through the door.
Mimi is a very tiny creature. What is her strength? As these are big doors.
She has a -4, so it's a 3 in strength.
Okay, you could give me a strength check if Mimi would like to.
She just looks at it and it's just like, she's gonna try.
Sure.
Wow.
That's actually just enough, as the door is not latched closed. So it just pushes just barely ever so open after she's like wrestling with the door. She's like wrestling with the knob just to realize it just moves open a little bit. Enough for her to get in there.
She kind of like
Success.
flexes her muscles a little bit, and then as soon as she does that, she casts invisibility straight again since she had to use an optics. So,
Of course.
she's gonna leave a little tiny creak for her just to get out in case she needs to leave.
Of course. In the room, it is empty. The staircase over there. This room, however, this door is open. As you do notice, there is a guard kind of looking out the window, and there's a piano in the room with a little sitting chair for it, 2 couches off on the side. The room is lit, of course, with a candelabra on the left side of the room and one on top of the piano.
What's his kind of equipment does he have? That seems to be like,
This guy seems to be similar to the one you saw in the store. The one with the long bow, the scimitar on his side, the splint armor.
As she does that, she definitely gets back to me as Jackal just kind of looks to the others. We've got 4 on the first floor.
I will move Mimi, and I will move you. Alright.
So from what she was able to get from just a little scout, we've got 4 people on the first floor, 1 in the storage area, 1 right outside. Not really paying too much attention. Equipment they're using: crossbows, maces, bit decked out in armor as well. One of them's busy in the kitchen right now, so she hadn't had a look upstairs though. But Amber is not on the first floor.
All right, well, let's clear the first floor then. I'll kind of walk over and be like, Maya.
She'll open her eyes to the first Maya. It was a kind of a exhausted, kind of dozing.
We have to move. Are you okay to move?
I'll be fine.
Lean on Madakai, stay in the back. This is going to get dirty. Please be quiet.
All right.
She'll give you a quick nod.
I'll look and be like, Lilith, me and you will move forward. Selchar, no offense, but you sometimes make a lot of noise with that armor.
None taken.
We in the back. Well,
You stay in the middle with Rax. We'll move up. We'll kill them quietly as you move from room to room.
Lilith is waiting by the door. She has her hand on the doorknob waiting to open the door.
yeah. As I'm gonna just go. Maybe will be with you guys. She'll give you a little help. She'll give you a distraction if need be. Make it a little bit easier for you.
I'm gonna look at my guns, DM. I'm like, sloppy, and I'm gonna fucking put it back in. I'm like,
Sloppy.
Next time, I won't have your character reload your guns when you're gone. It'll be fine.
All right, I'll kind of walk up to here and be like, "Is everyone ready?"
Oh, you know I'm ready.
Maybe gives a big thumbs up as she just sits on Xavier's shoulder as she just turns invisible.
Oh, I kind of like squint to be like, "Oh, It's really disconcerting something be that small.
Or you just hear it as she just blows a raspberry to you, invisible.
No, yeah. All right, open the door. Let's move. And I'm gonna draw my blades.
All right, Lilith is open,
Perfect.
or she's gonna unlock the door.
I'll have my silver
And-
short sword out.
Go out.
I have bow in hand.
Door.
Do we need to roll stealth now, or should we roll it later?
You can roll it now, or you can roll it later, however you would like. You did notice coming down the stairs there were no squeaking like back when you were in Orga Estate, though. The stairs seem to be of well-made quality.
Excuse me.
Okay.
We shall wait then.
Okay.
Also, the smell of
Oh.
basilisk is really just getting.
Before
Butt
I
racks.
leave as well, DM, I'm going to burn a second level spell as I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Everybody's rolling stealth. Never mind. I guess I'll just do it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh
typical.
my god.
That's uncharacteristic.
Mm-hmm.
I think I
Almost
have the
at
lowest
20.
stealth, especially compared to the person in plate.
No kidding, right? What's up with that?
I have good stuff though!
She's very tired after
Jacko
the hits she took. She went down.
just looks at his feet, goes like, "Come on now, you got to do this. Come on now, one step," and he goes stealthy. He's like explaining to his own feet.
He's just mumbling to himself. Left, right, and the hokey pokey, and you turn around.
So as you guys proceed through the rooms and through the basement, the chess room on your right, you guys leave that far behind, realizing that this man's been playing chess with human statues. Victims, to say. As you proceed upwards, you get to the staircase, and you proceed upwards towards them, each in tow in line. I will move you all to the map. As you enter into the base floor of the estate of the Almberry, you are all in your room. You are all in the room with these stairs lead downwards. The doors in front of you, the two double doors.
As Jackal just taps Xavier as he points into this direction where maybe I was reckoning where the guard would be. A little bit to the east. He's on the couch. I can have a make a little distraction. Take his eyes off when we open the door.
That would be perfect.
And she slides on through invisibility
Sure.
as this is a fireplace, right, DM?
Yeah, that's a fireplace. It is light, and as Mimi does get around, she realizes he's asleep. He has passed out.
Okay. She's gonna just quickly check to see where the other guards are at the moment, see if they've changed from their positions.
So you do notice that one guard has moved, and you notice that there's now the smell of cooking food.
Okay. As the other one's in the kitchen, and as the she's gonna just come back, as she's just gonna do imitating the snoring sound, and is like, right, one's asleep, the other busy with cooking.
All right, Lilith, quickly go take the one that's cooking. I'll take the one that's sleeping.
Which way's the kitchen?
He sits on your shoulder as she's gonna point you towards the kitchen, which is north of here.
Basically, yeah, when you come out of the room, you'll head left, or you're right, but
Yeah.
left on the map. You'll go upwards and then right.
Okay.
I'll open the door quietly using my stealth, and then I'll begin to creep
You hear a
forward.
slight snore with your passive perception. Just a slight.
All right, if it's no one there, I see
And
nobody.
I'm
Perfect.
Slowly following Xavier.
I'll be right by the door.
DM.
Yeah.
Once I get to there, is his neck exposed?
Yes, he is wearing studded leather armor. It is not protecting him.
All right, I'm going to take the blade. I'm going to shove it straight through the middle of his neck, severing his windpipe and his jugular. Then I'll rip it out, and then I'll rip it out so he can't make a sound. And I'm going to hold him in that chair so he can't make
Sure.
noise thrashing around.
It's not going to be hard because he's asleep, and you pretty much have the jump on him. For the thrashing, just give me a general athletics check, just to see how crazy it is.
All right.
Yeah, you manage to get him. He gives a little bit of a thrashing, and you notice, if anything, his foot kicks his heavy crossbow, but it lands on the carpet and does not make too much sound as he kind of just slumps. And you hear what you would assume is a gurgle, but it's kind of hard for him to make any sound whatsoever.
Mhm.
And
And with that,
Lilith, you see him kind of cooking in the oven as he's
I'm
moving
assuming
something
he's
around. Kind of getting it in there.
Facing the oven.
Yes, he is facing the oven.
Okay. I'm gonna come kind of straight across here.
She's going to come from the other side as well, getting ready to distract him while she can go back
Sure.
at you. So yeah, she'll be
Alright,
using top action.
Yeah, if she can, she just wants to like slowly put her hand over the guy's mouth and then slit his throat. Pull him in, slit his throat.
Okay, give me a stealth or sleight of hand just to basically keep him quiet while you're doing this, because he's
Okay.
not asleep.
You said stealth or sleight of hand?
Yeah, your choice. I'll allow you either sleight of hand to cover a mouth or stealth to just do the general.
Oh my god.
I did get the help action.
You do have the help action. It's with
Okay, so that does what?
roll a second.
Roll
just
again,
roll
it gives
the
you
second.
advantage. Oh my god.
Okay. So, you do manage to go at him, and as you do get him from behind, you manage to run your blades across his throat. And as you do run your blade across his throat, you see the eye open up, and you hear in your head, "Tastes good."
God damn it. Back with the
And you see the
switch.
eye close. Xavier, you see the door open in front of you. You can proceed in there. You see a man kind of taking notes, and you kind of hear him every now and then.
Oh my god.
All right, 150 bottles. We can probably get that out in a day or two.
is his
Hire some
back turned?
people. Yes, his back is turned. But
Alright.
we don't have to pay too much. We'll just send them down to the past.
DM.
Yeah.
For my coup de grace, I will sweep the leg, and then when he hits the ground, I will sever his head.
Sure. Okay. Go ahead and give me for this a stealth to do it fast enough, or sleight of hand to do it fast enough, and keep it quiet.
Give it a second roll.
Yeah, of course. I'm just marking off the dead ones now. Might want to click it again.
There it goes.
Jackal had said there was
you are
4
hidden.
guards up here, right?
Yes.
There's another one, but not in this room.
It's gonna pop in a couple times here, and there we go.
Yeah.
Fuck me. It was sleight of hand, just misclicked. All right,
Of course.
you're good.
The sleight of hand is with advantage, by the way,
Oh, all right.
because you have the jump on him. Yeah, that's just enough. You sweep his leg as he falls down, and he kind of says, "What?" As you bring the knife down, you realize you don't have to, as what he's been writing with has gone through his eye.
Oh,
But you do still finish him off regardless.
Yeah, just in
Just
case.
to make sure.
I'll do a quick search of this guy, see if he has any keys of any kind.
Alright. Give me an investigation. Normally you find what he has on him, but the investigation for the extra. He does not have a key on him. He does, however, seem to have a small bottle of almberry wine on him. Seems to, not really sure if it's given to him or if he's like been sneaking a few bottles, but it's like very small. It's like kind of like you'd find in like a room, like a tavern room or whatever. Complimentary.
What color is this wine?
This wine is a very dark color. On close inspection, you notice there's a hint of red to it.
Okay. I'll leave the bottle. I don't want to have anything to do with that. I'm gonna step 5. I'll come out to here. 10. Look like it's a done.
Mhm.
Good. Now we just have the one in the piano room. 5, 15, 20, 25,
That is,
30.
maybe it's going to be the entire
Xavier?
way.
As you get closer to the door, what is Meevy's passive perception?
I will have a look. Passive perception is 13 for Meaty.
Okay, Xavier, you hear what you assume is a very not great. Actually, it's a very well done kind of piano piece you hear coming from the piano, playing the piano. They seem to have good practice with it too.
Okay. Also up to here. I'm motion for Lilith to get on the other side of the door.
She just nods. It's on the other side.
Meaty's going to slowly get ready as well.
There's only 4 people on the bottom floor, right? That's what you told us.
There was 4 people on the bottom floor.
Okay. I'll Lilith, what was he cooking?
It smelled like
Huh?
it smelled like a pig. He was cooking what was probably pig.
I'm not sure. It smelled like pig, pork, something.
Okay. I'm going to knock on the door twice and I'm going to say I'm going to say, "Pig's done."
Okay, give me a deception.
Well, I'm coming to that door. Let's see.
It's gonna fucking break the man's heart.
Oh my god.
I'm a vegetarian.
I'm
Pretty much.
vegan.
Okay, with that, do. You've been cooking it for like a. You hear the piano kind of abruptly, boom, as he kind of gets up and starts coming to the door. And as you hear him get closer to the door, are you ready?
I'll put him.
Because I assume
I'll
you're
put my-
both getting ready.
We're both gonna basically the moment he opens the door, he's gonna die. So it's gonna be like I'll put up a hand. I'll be listening.
He gets closer to the door, and as he reaches for the handle, you see the door swing open inward as he walks right out to you both, and you see him.
And then he dies.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to cover his
we
eyes, so he
probably
can't
both
see
just
this.
Stabbed him from each direction.
I mean, yeah, because he, yeah. Go ahead and both of you, go ahead and give me your stealth rolls because he is unaware of this.
He will be helping Xavier. He's covering that side. Damn.
Oh, all right.
So, Lil, you instantly knee him in the junk as he bends down. Xavier, you bring your blade into his throat.
I'll
And
kind of
he
give. I'll,
Or we catch him before he falls on the ground.
yeah. Just
You do
sound
notice,
up.
both of you give me a strength as this man is, give a strength with advantage. As this man is wearing splint armor. And he is heavy.
Whoops.
Okay, let's both do that then, because we both probably tried to catch him.
Xavier, it would have been Xavier's because he rolled first. So Xavier,
Oh,
you guys just
okay.
barely get him. He's weighing you guys down. You guys are slowly going down with him as you slowly get him down. You try to get your arm out, Xavier. Your arm's a little numb as you finally get it out and you pull your blade out of his throat. Lilith, you managed to not take the full brunt, as Xavier seemed to do more of his side. It seemed to come more on Xavier's side.
Fucker's heavy. All right, let's get the rest. I'll move 5, 10, 15. I'll kind of knock on the door twice, be like, "Clear."
Gonna come out.
Yeah, Salchar would hear Maya sigh, kind of in relief.
Yeah, I just look. Good job, everyone. Maybe he's covered in blood and is yakking a little bit. As she point that, as you can see, the door is already open, a little bit. As she kind of give a thumbs up, as she's gonna slowly just appear to everyone, just making sure the coast is clear. She's gonna keep an eye out on
You
the
guys see the
stairs.
statue. You guys see the statues on your side around the stained glass window that is actually. You realize it's actually decently hard to see out these stained glass windows. at certain times. But as you do see the door cracked open just slightly, you can proceed inwards if you'd like to.
I'll open it and I'll come to the staircase. I'll wait for everyone to get here. And I'll look for a second, like, okay, send Meavy up again.
I'll let her. I just gotta give her a little thing. Maybe you do that. And she just like sighs and rolls her eyes. She just turns invisible. She's gonna go upstairs, like drying up the blood.
I will pull Meavy up to that map. As Jackal, you send Meavy up to the second floor. You see, how did you see it? I believe that.
Oh yeah, it was just taking a minute just to load everything in then for a second.
Of course. As you are up on the second floor balcony, a little bit overextended, you can see one of the statues downstairs. You can even see the doors a little further that are off the map, but you see this door is, it's open. This door is open into the hallway. As Meavy proceeds inward, as she does, you see to the right a cushioned seat as she goes invisible. You see a cushioned seat on the right. There's some candle holders, in the little areas. The hallways kind of branch up northward. And there is a room over here on the left, which Meavy does. You do realize through Meavy that you guys, that was where you met Lord Almberry IV. And the room
is anyone in there?
Sure. Give me perception as you peek through the keyhole.
Maybe 21 on her end.
No, there's no one in there. However, there seem to be several bookcases that seem to have all their books on the shelf. Whoever, when he was in this room, he seems to have finished up whatever he was doing in it.
Key thing for Jackal to totally not right back up. Taking all those books. As she's gonna fly up. She looks generally bored about this because she prefers more going into the action. This is like not her thing in stealth, so she's just like letting out an occasional.
Of course. With your general perception that you rolled as you go through each of these doors in this hallway, you notice they are sleeping rooms. They have a chest in them, they have a bed, they have a bookcase on the side, and a mirror off in the side, and a carpet underneath the bed. Each one of them seems to be single beds. However, they're a little bit wider just for anyone. But, however, these rooms are empty.
And no one is occupying these rooms right now.
Nobody's occupying these rooms.
Okay. I suppose she's just gone through those areas. She's going to head on down. Yeah, just taking a moment. It's just lagging a bit on my end. She is now going to have a peek through this one.
Right. All right. So with your perception check, you peek through these doors, which are actually a little bigger. The keyholes are a little bigger. You see a master bedroom. You see a very fancy bed, a double bed, with a marble table at the end of it near the slanted wall. You see a chest or a trunk over on the far left, an armoire against the north side of the wall, and a couch. You make out a mirror on your left, not a couch. You make out a mirror on the left of the keyhole, but you do know there are two doors to this. Well, this room is big enough that for that both doors, you kind of come to the assumption that both doors lead to this room.
Anything, because it's her, anything shiny or sparkly that catches her attention when she's like looking towards like the armoire?
No, not really, but the table seems to have a few notes on it. Just opened red notes or something like that, or paper, but it's like folded like if it were an envelope or, a sealed
Is it enough?
slot.
Is the keyhole big enough for her to like just slide in?
Yeah, just barely. She has to like kind of get in and then like pull herself. But you enter into this room, yes.
She's gonna have a look at those papers. See,
What does Meavy read? Is she affected by it?
She only knows Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
She cannot read this. It looks like but very nice gobbledygook.
She keeps poking in. It's just like, as she hasn't got a little bag or anything, so she can't really carry anything. So she's just gonna make a mental note for that later. That may be evidence.
As you proceed further up this hallway, the door to your left is locked. And as she does look through the hole, it is smaller than normal. But she is just able to look through it if you want to roll me a new perception for this one.
Nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
There is a meeting table in here that seems to have about 5 chairs. There seems to be a dark rug underneath that seems to look like some arcane-like circle in a sense. Dark grays. However, you do notice there's just a rug with that perception check. It probably has some type of meaning, you assume, though. The table, however, is clean. It has some empty parchment, a few little quills with basic ink, in case anyone were to use and take notes or whatever.
Yeah, creepy. Something creepy going on over there.
And as you proceed, you see a sit-in bench, cushion bench in the north way. But as you go to this door, you kind of look, and this door doesn't really have locks on it, and it is closed.
She's gonna put her ear to the door, and she's gonna see if she can hear anyone inside.
Sure, give me a perception.
Damn, maybe.
You hear nothing but the thick oak doors. Wood
She
sounds.
She looks a little bit frustrated as she's going to very slowly try the door. Just to give like a little...
Give me a stealth with advantage. Actually, give me a stealth because you're opening a door, technically. Even if you were invisible, someone would still see a door slightly opening, possibly.
20.
20. Perfect, perfect. As you do that, you manage to crank the door just barely enough, and you hear a pole, a cue pole hitting a ball on a table. And as you enter, you can enter in the room, see it. As you do enter, you see a pool table or billiards table on top of a rug with 4 couches, 2 on the west wall, 1 on the north, 1 on the south. And the room is lit by an overhanging candelabra, kind of shining light into the room. You see Lord Siberius Onberry IV kind of lining up a shot to strike one of the balls in billiards. Seems to be playing by himself.
Is there anything in the room that I've seen in here that looks like magical in nature? Like any sigils around here, circles, anything else other than like what I've seen of that rug in the other room?
No, not in here. You don't really see anything magical that you'd be able to point out just normally. If anything, you do notice his rapier is very fine. It's very well-made rapier. But, you know, he is a man of money, so... He does seem to have a wine glass on the billiards, like one of the little corners of the billiards table. It is of a silver liquid.
She is going to just keep a slowly get out of there, as she's going to fly back towards the party, as she is going to relay every bit of information, as, yeah, Jackal just comes back. It's like, no one is upstairs. There's a funny looking room in there with this weird, unique looking rug. Looks like there's some kind of meeting.
Let's move it, Jack.
There's some creepy stuff in there. Auntberry is upstairs on the furthest one on top of the left. He's playing billiards by himself for till.
Well, let's go.
The rapier he's got on him though is very fine craft, very fine like.
Just a little put their foot on the first step.
Wait, Selchar. Rax. We need your strength. There's no guards to kill. It's only him. Get up to the door. Break open the door and attack him instantly. We will support from the rear.
Gladly.
Subtlety's out the window now. We don't need to kill anybody else. Just him.
And
I don't like the sound that there's no one else in there.
yeah, visor goes down, sword goes out.
Well, that's
Everyone
when.
give me a perception check real quick while you're doing your chat. Just
Sure.
All right. I'll kind of look towards Jackal like, that's why I'm sending in the tank, and I'll point towards the guy in fucking heavy ass armor.
Yeah. What the fuck's a tank?
Ooh,
Just-
everybody for perception?
yes, please. Okay.
Jackal.
Xavier, you're the only one who hears. As you guys start heading up the staircase, I need everyone to give me a stealth, please, as you are going up a new staircase. And
You know what? I got nervous. That was my stealth then. So,
get it out now.
oh my god.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'll do melee as well. She's invisible.
I mean, come on, I'm in plate armor.
A 17 for melee.
Okay, you all proceed up the staircase. As you do, you are brought to the new area. Here you are.
DM, what did I
Yes.
hear?
Oh god, it sent it to me again. Gotta fix that.
I heard something, but I don't know what it is yet.
Right? It's because that one time when I made that doppelganger view to fight.
Yeah.
There you go.
That was a happy memory.
Oh yeah.
I heard a bit of a crowd off in the distance. Which direction?
Very
Like further from
far.
the state?
Probably near the gate, a little bit off the gate. That's why it was hard to hear.
I'll kind of be like, something's closing into the gate. We have to move quickly, and I'll move quicker.
Yeah, as Meaty is going to out in front with all of them, and she's going to guide them towards went out to the creepy room.
Let me put you on the map because I think I missed you on the map. I think that's the one person I missed.
Yeah, I don't see
Okay.
Xavier at all.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
There you are. There you are, buddy.
All right,
Right.
I'll
So
turn Rex in the lead. I'll begin to head directly there, being as stealthy as
you
possible.
like to bring Madakai onto the map as well. Unless you
Yeah,
left
I
him
was.
down there.
No, I was about to ask you were the stairs big enough for him to get up.
Yeah, he could have got off them. What's that?
As we're kind of going, Rax would like to get prepared and cast Spirit Guardians.
Sure.
If that's
You cast
okay.
Spirit. It is active. See a bunch of, tieflings with maces like you usually do in honor of, Khalif, the god of war.
Yeah, right in this room is where Meaty would point out towards the creepy room with the chairs.
Which
and
room?
as she points up there, the next room there, that's where Armberry is. As she's just like prepares her own like short sword in her hand, she's gonna get ready to breach as well.
In this room, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'm not saying nothing, DM.
Oh, are you not? Hold on. I might have to enable your. I think I gotta reset your thing to re-enable your vision.
As
I have vision. Give me
Yeah.
a second. Anything? Give me
Nope.
1 second to re-bring you up. Let me re-bring you on the map.
There we go.
There we go. First one apparently did.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's cool.
as DM, when they charge into the room, I'm gonna hold an action, and right as they break the door down, but before they strike, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on him, and I'm gonna have Meaty hold a short bow.
Okay. So let me get everyone's held action in a way. Xavier, you have your pistols drawn. When the door opens after they make it, are you firing them or you just have them drawn?
DM, to make your life easier, are we getting a surprise round or are we holding actions?
Give me 1 second. You.
Because if we're getting a surprise
no,
round,
you are not. He does. He does. Because of you do hear some shuffling in the room.
all right. So yeah, now we can do the held actions thing because we're not gonna get a full surprise round.
He does, fortunately, hear. Everyone get in place, and I will go down each person because I'm aware each one of you has a held action. Rax, what are you doing when you go in there? I know you have spiritual guardians. What is your action you're holding? You guys are
I
all
am going to surprisingly run in the room and smash him in the face with my mace.
Oh, this is so unheard
Oh my
of
god.
you, Anne.
Would you have thought that?
Nah, not a word.
Right? Salchar, you are going to.
Run in there and cut him down.
Okay. Xavier, are you shooting with both your pistols?
Yes.
All right, Jackal, you said you were going to cast Fairy Fire.
Yeah, the second
Maya.
the door is brought down and maybe taking a shot.
As soon as I have a clear shot on him, I am gonna shoot my bow.
Lilith.
She has her swords at the ready to run in.
Okay. So
Tear some
with
shit up.
that, you guys all, you can open the door when you would like to.
All right. Open.
Sure. As you open the door, you see Lord Allenberry kind of looking at you. You all, and as you all rush thing, your held action. Everyone do what you were going to do. Jackal hit him with Fairy Fire. He needs to make a dexterity save, if I remember correctly.
Dexterity saving throw. And DC 14.
All right. With that, you successfully strike him with the Fairy Fire.
Great.
And he kind of looks all to you as he starts to glow. Sure. I will hit him with
As
a
now everyone has advantage on their attack rolls.
Awesome.
I love Archway Warlock sometimes.
Perfect. So with that, Salchar, you get...
Perfect.
Perfect. That will hit.
Okay. For 11 slashing.
Strike him. All right. With that, and Rax, you will get your hit.
He would,
Those will unfortunately, but he will take his wisdom save.
yeah, for my spirit guardians.
Right. Okay. Perfect. What is the DC?
The DC is 14.
All right. He will take. Go ahead, roll the damage. He does succeed it, but he will take some 7 damage. Perfect. All right. Xavier, go ahead and make both your shots.
All right. Am I allowed to pop grit, or is this just base attacks?
Or for the fairy.
No, I'm just wondering. Am I allowed...
No, it's the you were holding both shots. Did you get both shots?
So yes, can't any grit. Got it. Let me just put myself to advantage. There we go. For 20 and 21.
Okay. Both will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. All right.
21
so,
damage.
21. Thank you. Maya, you've learned how to shoot around your allies. Do you have a line on him? You have just enough line of a shot on him.
Yeah, that's what I was about to confirm with you. All right, so shoot around them. Yeah, I missed.
That it's an advantage.
That
Oh, it is an advantage. Yeah, it's still
That will miss them. Okay, and to do your action, because you have the last one. However, you did not hold. You did not mention one for Manakai Maya, so I won't get it.
No.
Sorry, I didn't know if I could move yet, so I just.
Yeah. You guys were basically going. Yeah.
Okay. And it's at
Yeah.
advantage because of the fairy fire, and it's just my two attacks, right?
Yes, just your two. Yeah.
Gosh darn it.
Both those will miss, and I need everyone to.
Does Meaty get a shot with a short bow at all, or is she?
Roll what?
Initiative.
I know I got yours. Did you mention Meebe?
I said
I may
she's
have missed.
holding a short bow,
Okay. Yeah. Have her fire it.
as I want this almighty 1 point of damage going off for a 25.
That will hit.
And he needs to make me a Constitution saving throw, DC 10.
Let's see. Perfect. Okay. What happens if he succeeds or fails?
Nothing happens if he succeeds. If he fails, he is poisoned. And depending if he fails to save by 5 or more, he is knocked unconscious.
5 or more. Okay. Yeah. You see Allenberry drop.
Okay. That's it's just like a little needle on his head. He's like,
He rolled a 5. Okay. Combat is officially over. How long does the unconscious last?
let's just pull out the unconscious on there. I believe when someone uses an action to wake him up or he is intact. Same rolling asleep. Double check.
Okay, use an action.
Saltar looks around the group. If you have anything to do with him right now, get it done. I've got plans for this guy.
Mhm. So we will go down initiative then, just in case for like if somebody just just for the for the first wake up, because if you guys try to
I apologize. That is a charisma saving throw, not a constitution one.
Oh, charisma. All right, give me one. Actually, it needs to be. I'll just add that. All right, no, he is not unconscious. Then.
Oh,
Okay,
He
that-
is.
yeah, that is-
Did he get past a 10 or still?
He succeeded. Yes, he did pass 10.
Okay, so yeah, then the poison does not affect.
That changes a lot.
Yeah.
That
Alright.
changes a whole lot. No.
Apologies,
Malachi, it's his his initiative.
I thought he went off on my bonus.
Oh yes, he's after you then. I think I'm missing one person.
You're missing Jackal.
Yeah, it's Jackal.
Jack, I'm missing.
Hang on, sorry. I
He
was just
has-
Nope. I'm getting two different freaking things. I just looked on D&D Beyond. It is a con save. I don't know why I was getting a charisma save on that.
You know what? Let me do this. She is a
Yeah,
sprite
just make
normally.
sure.
Flavored as
Yeah, she's a sprite.
Right.
Must succeed
Two.
DC 10 saving throw. If the saving throw is a 5 or lower, the poison target falls unconscious for the same duration, or until it takes damage, or another creature takes an action to shake it awake.
Right. Yes, con save. Okay, so yes, and he is unconscious. Yes, he is
I
unconscious.
apologize.
But we will go by initiative because the first person may fail at tying him up, and
Okay,
that will
I need- I'll roll my
So-
initiative.
And then Meavy as well.
That's Mr. Jackal, and then maybe 78.
Pretty hard to mess it up, but
Is that written on your sheet, Jackal, or are you using D&D Beyond for your minion?
No, that was on my sheet. For some reason though, when we had added the sprite, it didn't add the ability of the short bow though.
Oh, because I think you got that
Weird.
confused with Heartsight, because Heartsight's
Yeah,
charisma.
hard size of charisma. I just checked there. Short. If for some reason it didn't add the short bow, like last time. So yeah.
Jackal. Okay, so he is, and he's just unconscious until he's affected. So Jackal.
Yeah, he is poisoned for exactly Save the same duration.
Jackal, you are. It is your turn in initiative, and you can do whatever you'd like to. Won't really play battle music because it's not really a battle. Right?
Okay, as I'm just getting movement here, as I look to everyone else and all that, as Meavy just puffs her chest out, looking very proud of herself. And I said, "Well, to the neck then." As I'm gonna, since we'd already Element Surprise, Jack would like to use his bonus action, and he would like to use a booming blade with his Shadow Blade. As he's just going to slit him right in the throat.
Sure.
So he is unconscious.
Okay. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So go ahead and make your attack. It's with advantage, and because he's unconscious, it will be a critical hit.
Jesus. Wow. All right, Jackal.
Can I, seeing this, can I step in and hang on? I have to think.
him.
Yes. Say, Caliph, sort him out.
So you do this. You see this situation go ahead, and Jackal, as you go to slice for him, you suddenly feel a slap in your face as you see this tiefling kind of phasing in and out of existence and pointing where you need to aim.
Oh,
You see this
God.
like
What did I think it was in the tongue? As this is
thumbs up to you, Rat.
so this is a guaranteed critical, so I get to roll a D8 for this as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be I'll roll it again for the damage since I didn't do it on the crit. So let's just do that. Let's roll the damage. So oh my god.
Okay. So, if I'm looking at this correctly, it's
So
2 plus
psychic.
5 plus 2 for the first one up there. So that's
So 27 just runs psychic and the D6, and then it's the thunder damage, which is a 2 plus another 2, so 4.
math.
Did you roll damage twice? Because I see Snake Thunder Psychic again.
Because of critical.
Oh, okay.
So I re-rolled the damage again.
Yeah.
Double die.
I don't. Does the
He's
booming blade?
unconscious.
Does the booming blade get the extra damage for critical?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Everything that's not a bottom.
The only thing that doesn't get doubled is my savage attack as a half ult.
Okay, because my divine smites don't get critical. So
Your divine smite gets critical.
Yeah, they do.
The first 20 up top, and then you get 26, and then you go to a 36, then you add 4, that's 40, and then you get 50 damage. So 50 damage, and then if he moves, it will be 8 plus 6, so it'll be 14. Yes, so he takes 40 damage now. If he moves, he will take 14.
And because of that, he is very wide awake if he's alive. So
Oh yeah, he's very awake. Oh yeah, no, I mean he fucking looks and he says it's a really, really bad way to wake somebody.
yeah, and that's what you get for talking shit about my family, you piece of shit. As I just drag it into his neck, as I'm holding it in there.
Of course.
As that's my turn. I have done everything.
Perfect. It is now your turn, Maya.
Hearing the person that we're in here to get now talk, she's gonna move 30 feet to there to get a line on him and try this bow again.
Sure. He is unconscious, or he is down because he's fairy fire.
Yeah.
So that
Oh.
will miss.
Okay.
Advantage because of fairy fire.
But
Well, he's
it's-
down
he's
and I'm
unconscious.
doing range.
Yeah, so it'd be normal.
All right. So then, let's see. Bonus for. Let's see, 15. That's 40. So we'll get Malachi in there, and he's gonna try to take a bite at this guy for 16.
Perfect. 16. Did it show up? There it is. That will actually. It will be an 18 actually because of my flank +2.
Oh,
Salchar
it
is.
Yep.
It will hit because Salchar is there.
for 15. He's trying to help Jackal out. He's going for the neck.
Of course, as he's been trained to do, and he hits. Perfect.
It'll be our turn.
All right, Salchar.
Yeah, Salchar looks at him on the ground and goes, "TikTok, you have an appointment in the underworld." And he's going to inflict wounds at second level.
Ooh.
Oh,
All right.
oh,
Oh, ooh, he does have a meeting. He does have a meeting indeed.
Yes, he does.
Just touched him in a no-no zone.
So, ooh.
Hi.
Okay, so
Ooh.
Oh,
just that is
Oh my
37 plus 6, so that is 41, 42 necrotic against him.
His
Ooh.
job just disintegrated and shriveled up.
Actually, sorry, that is necrotic 1.
No, my arm berries.
Yes,
Perfect. That
that is my turn. Yeah.
Xavier is your. I got my guys working.
I'm gonna stow both my weapons, which is 5 feet. I'll move 15 to 20 to here. And I'm gonna get on one knee and I'm drawing out my rifle. I'm gonna light the flint and I'm gonna prepare. If he gets up, I'm gonna winging shot him. That's my held action.
Sure.
And that's
All
my
right,
turn.
and with it is now. Before Velvet moves, he does stand up though, as he uses one of his parries.
Okay.
And you can take your shot.
And I still have advantage with this because he is still lit up.
Yes.
Okay. For a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, now it's going to be a DC. Let me just check that DC again. I believe it's DC 15 strength save, please.
Sure, I would love to give you. Okay.
Yeah,
with
DC
that,
15.
Yep, that knocks him down. Or
Okay,
just what?
Yeah, I'm going to fire off a round. It's going to do the damage. And it's going to hit him square in the chest, going to knock the wind out, and he's going to land right back on his butt. And I'm going to say, stay down! That's my turn with the damage.
Okay, so he takes 17 and he falls on his ass. Perfect. He is once again. All right, with that, Emili, it is your turn. He tried to get up and just couldn't do it.
He just got knocked right back down. Right. Mimi, seeing the situation, and seeing that he is awake, as seeing that still up, is going to see. She has to fly. She's going to fly over to Salcha, and the second that Armberry is going to look, she's going to pull out a little tiny little pocket in her bag, and she's going to blow pixie dust to try and distract him in his eyes, because I'm going to give Salcha the help action, as then she's immediately going to use the rest of her feet just to get away and hide behind the door.
Sure. That is Mimi's turn. It is now Lilith's turn.
Okay. She's just gonna make her attacks here. And they're at advantage because of the fairy fire, correct?
Yes, he is also down on the ground. So it's an advantage regardless.
Okay.
He's not having a good day. The first one will hit. The second one will definitely hit. The third one will hit. First one barely makes way as you feel the eye open up. Just yes.
It's being weird again.
So 23.
This little just hisses
And he is
at him.
looking about midway, health-wise.
She doesn't like this guy at all.
Mm.
I know, right? Damn sword.
Right. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm good. Thank you. Sorry. Let me click
All
that.
right. Rax, it is your turn.
Rex is just going to swing at him again.
Perfect. That will.
And then she's going to use her War Priest thing to make a second swing.
Sure. That will definitely hit.
Oh,
Will.
oh.
Damage. So it'll be it'll be the
D6 as well.
one more.
For
Savage
my-
attacker.
Is it D6 or D8?
It depends on the weapon
D6.
die.
Gotcha. Okay, so that will be a 20 basic, or a 18 basically for extra damage.
Yeah. Thanks, Khalif.
Pretty much. And, all right, and with that, you see him stand up, kind of brush himself off.
Yes.
You come into my estate. You don't move my art, I assume, and then you attack me. Fine then. He looks to you. Jackal, who really started this whole situation. He pulls out his rapier and he makes an attack against you at disadvantage because he is poisoned.
Can I use my Sentinel thing?
You can hit him. You can hit him if you'd like to.
Don't
He
hit
still
my
does
friends.
hit Jackal. You do hit him. He does hit you, Jackal.
Okay.
And Jackal, you are going to receive. Sorry, I clicked your weapon, not his weapon, Rex. He takes 6 damage from yours. So, sorry that you don't take 10 damage, Jackal. You take a little more than 10. You are
Okay.
going to receive. You are going to receive. You really feel him put his effort into this, and you receive 33 piercing damage.
As that happens, as like I feel it go into me, as the ice just cracks out of my armor, as he immediately takes 10 points of cold damage, and my ring starts to glow as I just smile at him. Payback's a bitch. as I'm going to use my reaction as I'm going to burn all 3 charges on my Ring of Hellish Rebuke.
You can use 1 charge. Perfect.
Oh, I'm playing it on level, so I'll use a charge.
Nope. Yes,
So
is 1
he needs
charge.
to make me a Dexterity saving throw, I believe, with Hellish Rebuke.
All right. And it's not at disadvantage because that's regular. So a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 13, if I remember correctly. He does fail that, unfortunately. So with that, we'll take
The spell at first level. Ignore that part. So for 14 points of fire damage.
14 fire as he just got chilled and then instantly fucking is sweating. He's kind of like with his other hand, he's kind of holding like his like a little bit of his shirt out, kind of fanning.
He's also got my little things trying to hit him in the face as well.
Right, that is true. Thank you for reminding me about that.
And
Your
that
family's
was
always right.
as Fairy Fire is still up.
Okay. He will take the damage. Go ahead and roll Rex. This is a new round. He will take half of it. He will take 4. And he looks to you. The Silverwells were destined to fall, and they will fall again. As he looks to you, Jackal.
It's my turn. As I feel like kind of went through my chest with a. This sick shit. Turning people into your fucking wine-ins here. Chorusing with vampires. I will make this right, you piece of shit. As I am gonna go in again, pulling out the cure. As I'm gonna go in, throw a booming blade into his jug.
He smirks at you as you do. Business is business.
So I need to, let's see, roll that again.
And it's at advantage because he is still fair.
So a 23 to hit.
That will hit. That will hit.
Sneak attack and booming blade. 9.
So he will 5, 6.
14, and then the 8. So 22 immediately.
I'm not mistaken. The 8.
Yeah, it's always the
should-
last one that takes immediately.
Oh, the last one. Gotcha. I've been using the first one. That's my bad. Okay, so 5 plus 8.
Yeah, I did. That con save was with my fairy fire.
Ah, okay.
So 22, yes? If I got that correct?
9 plus 1, plus the 5. On there, 14, but there, 22 immediately. As
Perfect. And he is looking rough. And he will take 5 damage if he moves, if I'm not mistaken. Yes?
yes. As I
Okay.
actually kind of just back it in more just towards me. Go on then. Show us why our family then kicked your ass to the fucking dirt, Alberry. That's going to be my turn. As with a
Hold up, Maya. Because as that does happen, he does use his, because it is a new round, he does use his Paragon action to go again at Jackal. Makes a strike at you. What is your AC, sir? 15, if I'm not mistaken.
AC
You
15.
actually managed to catch his blade with your arm, kind of like underneath like the pit, and kind of just stop his rapier.
I just do that. And I just headbutt him as I was going to push him back.
You kind of notice like some of the hairs in front of like his bangs kind of just hanging there loose, and he just looks frustrated. He kind of spits at you. You will die here, like your family. And Maya, it is your turn.
He's standing now, right?
Yes.
Okay. So with Fairy Fire, this would be an advantage. 22.
Perfect.
For 14 in total.
Okay. So as you do strike Rax, you see a deer almost come straight running past you and kind of striking into his back, kind of sending him into like an arched little position as he takes 14 damage from that arrow.
And then Madakai will follow that up with the 23.
Sure, I will roll his save. Okay. And with that, he does make it. He stands on his feet strong, but he does get hit regardless.
For another 15.
He's looking rough. You see blood. He's spitting up on the ground. You know,
That will be our turn.
Saltchar.
All right.
It's your turn.
As bonus action, Hexblade Curse.
Okay.
Marking him. And then as part of my action, green flames leap up the blade of the sword. And you cast Green Flame Blade, and I will take my strikes against him.
Sure. Yeah. Right?
It's been a little slow for us.
Yeah,
today.
it's been just a little slow. There's the first
That
one.
one will-
That one will hit. And I got a second one coming too. So.
Okay. So, how would you like to do this?
Ictal says hello and just backhand the head off, sending it flying across the room.
So, as you do that, he gets towards Jackal as he just smiles. The eyes 5 say hello. And as you smack him, and you kind of just, take his head pretty much off, you then see his body start to contort. And as you do, everyone within 5 feet, I need to make a dexterity save.
Oh boy!
See his body start to contort and start to bloat outwards, as you then see it explode violently outwards.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Uh-oh!
At advantage. Uh-oh.
Oh, SpaghettiOs.
You rolled exactly average on that, actually. Okay, so, and that will be, combat is over, and I will get to each person. All right, so, Jackal, Saltchar, Matika is there. So, Jackal, Saltchar, you will fail this save, and you will take 17 necrotic damage.
Oh, thank God I'm fucking...
Take-
Thank God I'm
Right?
resistant to necrotic.
Everyone else will take 8.
So I would take 8, since I'm resistant.
Saltchar,
So
you will take 8, yes.
Um,
And his body explodes.
I have resistance to necrotic damage.
Oh, yes, then you take 8. Sorry, you take 4.
yes.
Because you passed the save and then you had resistance.
So, the giggles.
Saltchar, you just a perception. You feel kind of a vibration in a sense, kind of a feel, and as you reach instinctively for your scroll, you notice that it's a little heavier. As you open up your scroll, you see a tink tink onto the ground, a ring-like item on the ground, as the name is crossed out.
Pick up the ring like I...
Sure. In front of you, you see a ring-like band. Let me grab the little thing. Go to Saltchar. You see a ring, kind of like it's a metal ring with it is a black band with a skull on it.
Just kind of put it in his pouch. He'll look at it a little later. Longer later.
I'm putting my boot towards his corpse as I'm picking up that rapier. There's a difference.
I mean, there's not really a corpse.
But, did he just completely go? I'm just gonna...
I mean, mostly, but you can still take his items. His armor, however, is completely destroyed. His sword did land in the wall, just over here.
Hey,
His rapier.
hey, Jackal, what color was his eyes?
When I was looking deep into them, what were they? Did they?
In his normal eyes.
Actually, I have the answer right. I have the right answer. Blue. One blue that way, one blue that way.
Actually, they were blue. They actually were blue.
As he just
What?
pulls it. The difference is, with you piece of shit on, Barry, I don't bow down to vampires. There's a difference
Okay.
between working with them.
I'll kind of look at you and be like, well, you kind of did, but that's beside the point.
I looked at him. There's a difference between being a vampire's bitch and a vampire's partner. What I
Well,
did is
sure.
the rain hell. What he did was for his own selfish fucking family.
Well, first, we need to find information on his dealings here so we have proof. We give it to the people here, and then we go. I believe you can have the rapier if you want it, but I believe we're done here. Also, how did he explode like that?
Xavier, sorry. See him say that when he did say that, his eyes kind of flashed almost a purplish black as he said that with the smirk on his face.
My glue is a bit purple when
Yeah,
he
Rax,
said
you're
that.
The blood is also black as well. There's some blackness to it, a darkness.
God, just looked laughing like. Guy hits like a bull, but fine. We all did a really good job there. That's fine.
We need to move. There's a crowd by the gate. They might be getting close.
All right. He's just gonna put the rapier just into his sheath, and I know what I'm gonna do with that later. As yeah. All right. You know what? Leads us towards where the gate is. There you go.
You go. I need to find information on him. I need proof of his dealings.
Jackal, you alright?
As
And
much as my pride doesn't want to admit it.
Alchar touches or lays a hand on his hand and gives him back 25 health.
It's okay, because no, I don't normally let guys touch me that way, but you know what? I'll let an exception for you.
It's a good touch.
I'm sure that's what a lot of people say, so. As he just gives a wink and he's just gonna. As he looks, Xavier, don't forget about that room in there. The one with the rug in there. That might be important. And there's some paperwork down in his bedroom.
You mean the creepy room? How about one of you investigate the creepy room?
But yeah, how about I go for the paperwork first, since I can actually read most things.
I can read.
I just kind of put to him. I just looked to him. How many languages do you know? As he just points to his skull.
I can look at you be like, 6 languages. What about you?
He just goes, as he just starts speaking, just going in between Common, Orc, Sylvan, Thieves' Cant, Dwarvish, Draconic, but then also looks at that. And also, I know how to read pretty much everything as well.
Doesn't mean you know the language if you can read it.
I think it comes quite in handy. As he's going to go and get the piece of paper.
Sure.
I'm
Jackal,
teasing,
you find-
Xavier.
Yeah, I know.
Find 2 documents. You find 2 letters, and I will show them to you, Jackal. They will be in found documents and notes for you. They will be the letter of interest and the letter of invitation.
For that, I will just quickly be right back. I need to grab the door real quick.
Sure. Xavier, you can be in the investigation as you search. Oh, there it is. As you search, the trunk does contain a little bit of stuff in it. You do find, you find a, if I'm not mistaken, you find a scale mail like armor in there. You also find a bowl. You also find a wand like object, and you find a ring with a jade on it, jade gem. As well as you do look around the room, you do notice there are several art objects. And you have noticed you've seen a few art objects around the estate as well that are a little nicer than normal. In this room, as you look at the wall, on the armoire, there's a small little area for like a little nice item. You see a gold dragon comb set with red garnets set as eyes. Over on the above his bed, you see a painted gold war mask. And over on the mirror, there's a little thing on top, near the top of the mirror. There's a there's a silver and gold brooch.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Nick.
Okay, so just so I got this right, ring with jade in it, split mail like armor, golden dragon comb set, silver and gold brooch, right? Anything else?
Yes, as well as a wand.
All right, a wand and a bowl, right? What kind of bowl is it?
Give me 1 second, and I will get to it. Just need to find the descriptions, as I always do. I know what it is. It is a bowl that is filled with water. The bowl is about 1 foot in diameter and about half as deep, and it weighs about 3 pounds. It seems to have a few drops of water. It's not fully filled with water; it just has like a few drops from past use.
I'll kind of. This is odd to keep in a trunk, and I'll kind of just throw the bowl over my head as it kind of like lands towards Jackal.
Sure.
Like
Jack,
like-
give me a dexterity check. All right. Sure. Salchar, as you do, it is magical.
That's magic. I mean, So
As you are in the room with them as well, you also, since the bowl he just threw is magical.
okay. So
No, Jack, you don't manage to catch it as it does. You hit it with like a finger, and it slides against underneath the couch. Does not shatter, however.
Really? Oh my god, that could be a priceless artifact, you tool.
It's
You
a
also notice the
bowl.
armor he
How
picked
is
up,
it useful?
the rapier Jackal had is magical. You also see that the wand he picked up is magical. The ring he picked up is magical.
okay, the ring that he's holding is magical too. So
Okay, I was
As
kind of.
well as some trinkets.
okay.
I'll
Yeah.
grab.
General.
I'll grab the brooch and the comb stitch like that, but I'll put the ring too, and I'll put the chainmail-like armor. I thought there was one more thing in the. Oh yeah, that's the bowl. I'll look towards Jack like, it's a bowl. How could it be useful? I mean, I have a bowl in my mess kit I could eat from. I don't need another bowl.
You could, look, Zay, here, I'm going to let you know something about nobles right now. You ready? They are posh shits that will spend stupid amounts of money on very inconsequential stuff. So it won't be worth a bit. And why would he just had a bowl out there just full of water?
Wasn't well. All right. And I'll get up and I'll go and I'll fucking move the couch and grab the bowl.
Okay. The bowl is, as you get closer, salmonade. It is a bowl that has like a kind of like waves on the top, a gold band around it, and little waves on the bottom as well. It is kind of held in a small little stand with like 3 little legs that kind of have a little piece that connect the legs, so it's like stable.
I'll kind of look over and I'll kind of look over and be like, I mean, it just looks like a bowl to me, Jackal. I mean, could we sell it? It doesn't seem. Is it like made out of brass or is it made out of like? It's made out of like what is it made out of?
It's made out of. You're not really full sure on the normal because of the gold band on it. The gold band is gold, but the rest of it is the stand that it's got the little stand that helps it stay. So it's not just a bowl on the ground. That is more of a brass-like material. You notice that bowl is conjuration based. Magical. The ring is what was it? Evocation is the defense, right? If I remember correctly.
Evocation.
Abjuration.
Yeah, evocation.
Like shield.
Abjuration, that's it. So abjuration, the ring is abjuration. The one you have is the ring you have is kind of off. It's weird. It's, the ring you got in that scroll, it's not really the magic about it kind of shifts as you try to determine it. The wand is evocation. And the armor is abjuration.
Okay.
As it is a nice finer material.
So bowl's conjuration, ring and armor abjuration, and the wand is evocation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And the secondary, it seems to shift just as fast as you discover it. However, the little trinkets you found around the room, the comb set and the brooch, those are just
Monday.
not magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, mundane.
Okay. Might be worth some money, but they're not hold anything. So
Sure. Crystal, as you move, I will message that to you, Crystal.
As I'm just going to go through his books
Okay.
and then his next room. As
Have
I'm
you
just gonna do interesting stuff?
Have you found a ledger?
No, I haven't found a ledger yet, but these two here. Do I know that they're in deep speech? DM?
Yes. You can just because you have seen this before. You have seen deep speech before.
As as was expected with his last words, he is working for the Eyes of Five, and it seems like he was quite recently inducted. And he was after. He just kind of looks down the floor. Me. What I have on me.
What do you have on you that's so precious to them?
Kind of just slowly just pulls out. He pulls out this old, kind of dusty journal. It's my grandfather's. It has a
Is
lot
that
of
the-
information from his little adventures back in the day. From what I'm seeing, though, the bits and pieces I can't tell of it. I've only been able to see some of it. Some of the writing is hidden by some magical means.
Hmm. Well then, I'll put the ball in my bag and just be like, well, try and find a ledger. If we can prove that he's made dealings with the vampires, we can undermine their power.
Right. As I'm going to do such thing, and any interesting books along the way. Dark, so if you want me to make a investigation or something,
Sure, you can make an investigation.
as my sheet, please. 17.
Racks over there. The books are general information. They're about wines or famous families. There's some about the different continents. Nothing too interesting, honestly. I mean, it depends what you're looking for, whether it's interesting or not. There's a few stories about the alms fallen, the alms chosen, the Covenant of Five.
Don't seem to see a ledger in here. Maybe in that other room he has, or maybe in his little study area. I'm going to try to study.
Very well.
So I'll give another try again.
As you come out of the room, you see Raxa both over by the door, Xavier and Jackal. You would have noticed it just barely. Just barely.
Oh. I'll look
As
like,
you were.
I'll let them be. I'll look to somebody like, Maya, are you doing okay?
She's just kind of standing there. She's never seen somebody explode before. Madakai's kind of pressed up against her side. Looks like he's been leading her.
Maya? Moonflower.
Her eyes would snap up to you at that.
What's wrong?
She just kind of looks over your shoulder back to the room and visibly just shudders.
Ah, I see. I've never seen. Well, I have seen that before, but differently. It's quite horrifying. Everything's gonna be alright.
She gives a small nod at the horrifying part. And very quietly she says, this town is not a good place with everything that's happened here so far.
Well, nowhere we've gone has been a good place, to be honest. Rainhail, Koleth, everywhere, to be honest.
She says, well, first the fire and then that.
Well, I do have something for you, though. This might cheer you up. And DM, I'll hand her the golden comb set.
Okay. Sure. Rax, with your investigation, your very well investigation, which it just comes a little bit more with the guidance you gave yourself, which was also max. Crystal, you see her kind of flip the table over as she kind of feels underneath it almost instinctively. There is a hidden blade underneath the table of each where the chair would be. The table was trapped for people who would sit down.
Oh,
Oh,
that's nasty.
To
I don't like
jab
this
them with
room.
blade. You also notice that the pen, the inks, the papers are all glued to the table as a fabrication. They're not real.
Well, this room is strange.
How so?
Like, look at that table, it's trapped and it just seems a bit of a fake room to me.
As she goes to try to pick up something off the table, it does not come off.
Yeah.
Hmm. Weird.
Strange. Maybe we should
Um.
warn the others to watch out for traps.
Yeah, I don't like this room. I think we should leave.
Yes. Hey guys, watch out for traps. There's like a weird table thing in here. Gonna stab you if you sit down at it.
It's just here
Not a
from the
guy.
side. It's just
What?
here from the side. It's not like the rug. It doesn't come alive, does it? The actual bit of fear in his fucking voice from it.
No, like first we have rugs that come alive, and now we have a table that stabs you. I am not trusting anything ever again.
What is
Why
wrong
is
with
Well,
you?
it's bleeding crazy.
Why is furniture getting more dangerous the further we get into this?
I do not know.
I'm gonna begin loading my rifle again, cleaning out a bit the dust's blowing it off.
Yeah.
Jackal, have you found a ledger yet?
No, round here, all I'm seeing is a bunch of shit about vampires, a lot about wine, a couple of language books in here as well. Might come in handy. Still no ledger though. Crafty bastards did it well.
I'll go help Jackal.
All right, I'm gonna go downstairs and make sure we don't have an angry mob outside.
She'll nod to you. Do you want to take Madakai with you?
No, keep Madakai with you. I'll be fine. You need him as, well, an anchor, to be honest.
You want some assistance, Xavier?
That would be beneficial, thank you.
Yeah. Seltzer will follow him down.
I'll kind of look at, try and, if you can't find it, it's alright, but if we did have that, it could prove our story a bit more likely.
Lilith, give me a investigation as you search the rooms. It'll be
Oh, well, is it unlocked? For starters?
yeah, they're all.
Oh, okay. Okay. She's not good at investigation, but she can poke around. Or try.
I mean, nothing really interesting in the room. The chests contain basic blankets, extra pillows, linens and stuff. The bookcase are just general reading books. Nothing too interesting, just something to occupy. The mirrors are mirrors. The beds are just beds.
I'm assuming that's for all of the rooms? Or is it for just this one?
Pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much all the rooms. Maya Jackal's pretty much done with the room primarily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'll help him as he kind of goes room to room. She's kind of in a daze.
Although, I just kind of looked at her as like, you do know that, man?
She just kind of gives a very small kind of nod.
Is that a maybe nod? Kind of nod? Get back to me in a couple minutes, nod.
Salchar, Xavier. Perception. Salchar, would you like to give a perception as well?
I sure will.
Since Salchar's not around and you already know what she looks like, she looks up to you and she's got kind of a haunted look on her face. And
Yeah!
He's like swinging his sword. I really carved off his head good this time. Guess my God, he's really
He's in a good mood, just whistling down the road.
yeah.
Oh, man.
yeah, looking at her, Jackal,
Xavier, you hear
she
her-
doesn't look good.
Sorry, what are you gonna say, Dan?
You hear Xavier ask down below.
just kind of put a hand on his shoulder. It's like, hey, it's all right. It's quite gruesome, so wasn't expecting to see a noble blow up in the face, but I mean, to be fair, this is the kind of work I kind of signed up with the Jacobs. So I guess you kind of just get used to it after a little bit.
She kind of looks up to you, and every time we've been in this town, somebody's died, and with what we found out about him, I'm not sorry about that, but I've never seen that before.
Means you're still human. You can still feel things like that. He's just kind of leans on the wall for a little bit. What I've seen in my days, God knows the amount of people that come after me. There's no ends that probably people won't flinch to that stuff. Well, yeah, you do get used to it a little bit. Does not mean you should fully, isolate yourself from those feelings. It'll take time to adjust to it, I'm sure. Well, your husband's been through a lot of that as well, I'm sure. Well, I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure everyone else in here has probably seen some gruesome sides. But sometimes you just need to take a breath. Just do that. I don't know really what to say about it.
She just kind of gives you a nod as she kind of wraps her arms around herself.
I'm just going to give just a pat to her shoulder, and I'm also just going to pat Manako.
No, you're getting tail wags from him when you start petting him.
Good boy. And that's the only... if we find any other nobles, full permission to bite them on the ass, except me. And he's just going to pat him on the head as he's going to walk off and investigate the other rooms.
Well, Maya will follow Jackal and try to distract herself by help.
Look at the work that Rax did on the door. I mean, don't want to admit that it's a good job. So I just continue moving on.
Yeah, when you get right about there, that's when Maya would stop following you. She doesn't want to go back in that room.
I'm just going to come back and see. You find anything in the room, Lil?
I was just making sure he's still dead.
So, I believe when someone explodes right in front of your face, I believe that is a good confirmation of death.
I mean, he was walking around, and he was dead, so...
You know what? Yeah, the fair point.
She shrugs. You never know.
Yeah. I hope that isn't a sign to show you that all, no, rules are like that.
Dan, is there any body to search?
Not really. Investigation check because most of this stuff went soaring.
Okay. I'm bad at investigation. Yes, of course I am.
You find a few coins, find about 50 gold and 2 platinum.
His stuff is all over this room.
You want me to give you a hand, have a look around? I still need to find the ledger.
She shrugs.
I'll take that as, well, thank you, Jackal. That would be most appreciated, shrug. As I'm going to have a little look around the room as well, see if there's anything that catches my attention. 27.
Okay. Alright, so you search and you do find the rest of his stuff. Where she found 50 gold and 2 platinum, you find the rest of it, which was 850 gold and 28 more platinum. So a total of 900 gold and 30 platinum. As well, you find that his armor is weird. And as you actually are looking at this, you start noticing it. You start noticing it moving, and suddenly it starts to move to itself and band back into a full piece of breastplate.
I just kind of like move, like put my hand out, like they'll stay back as I just see that armor moving. Have I ever heard of such a like piece of armor, like equipment like that can like reshape itself after being blown up that way?
Give me a Arcana check.
Nope.
I did an Arcana check last time. Can I try?
Sure.
Oh god.
I feel like the rolls were the other way around.
Right?
Right? I shouldn't know anything about magic.
Right. So you have not really heard of this before. As much as regardless, you were a slave, you didn't really hear about this type of armor.
Right.
Yeah. However, it seems to just sit there as an armor, just a breastplate there on the ground.
Poked it
Its
with her sword.
description. It is a hideous looking armor, to be fair, and it is formed from black chitin.
It's what?
It seems to be made from black chitin. It's a hideous like armor. And as you do you look at it, or do you guys get too close to it?
I'm keeping like at least 5 foot, and if she tries to approach it, I'm just gonna like hold her hand and just kind of shake no, like just
Sure.
Well,
look at this
she
thing.
tried to poke it with her sword.
You poke it and poke.
Ooh.
Mm.
I'm just gonna open the door real quickly. Rax, Maya, we have a creepy situation here. Are any of you good with magical things? Like armors that
Magic seems
reform?
like a piece of armor.
They don't reform like that, though, Lil.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, reform?
well, you know how I just realized that my eyes like what just skirt. When the incident happened with Armberry, his armor just reformed.
She kind of just gives you this dumbfounded look because she's not keeping her chin tucked because Zalchar's not here. You see her close her eyes, she takes a couple of deep breaths, and she actually starts walking towards you.
Don't know if this is up either your alley, Maya, or maybe Rax. Maybe it might be something the church may have told you about, but it gives me a huge bunch of heebie-jeebies.
Kind of steadying.
Jackal, watch out as she's like trying to scoot it with her sword to get it out of the room so Maya doesn't have to come back in the room.
Just gonna let him move out of the way so they can just show it. That's this totally not xenomorph armor is here.
Yeah, and she just scoots it outside the door.
What do I see when I see this armor being pushed out here?
By her sword.
I mean, you see a hideous armor that is kind of made of black chitin.
Black chitin?
I have an idea what it is.
Yeah, she'll kind of seeing that they're not really wanting to touch it, she's gonna kind of lean a little closer to see if she can examine it better and kind of glance towards Jackal. What do you mean that it reformed?
Well, you saw what happened. You saw Armberry, right? What happened? That there shouldn't be a trace left of it, and yet it slowly came. Was it making like a squelching noise when it was like reforming together, or like a metallic like grinding sound?
No.
Like,
No, it just kind of moved, kind of almost grasping at the ground.
It just moved. Like it was reforming. It was really, really bizarre. Just sit, like, if you can, just see if you have a look at it.
Like to perceive or investigate.
Am I getting any weird kind of like feeling from this armor? Or just
No. The fact that someone just said something about it. I mean, the eeriness of an armor reforming. But I mean, you're not getting like an aura or anything.
not seeing what they saw and not really believing that? I'm probably gonna regret this. I'm very gonna regret this. She's gonna reach down and touch it.
I am not gonna let her touch it. I'm gonna snap her hand away.
Do you allow her to slap your hand away?
She's already leaning down to get a closer look at it, so it would be
She
a
was
fairly
leaning just as far as you were.
a fairly quick thing.
I mean, you can give, if you want to stop her from grabbing, you can give an opposed athletic, Lilith. But if not, I mean, okay. So, yeah, you get stopped.
I'm gonna use my other
Lilith's
hand.
I'm gonna grab her other hand at the same time. It's like, Maya, please stop. Oh my.
I'm gonna regret this, but she's curious.
Athletics or acrobatics for me?
Yeah, give me an athletics for you, Jackal.
No, athletics.
Okay, yeah, you touch it with your other hand. As you get closer to it, you notice that there's nothing really like happens to you. However, as you do get a little closer of a look, you do notice that beneath the armor there seem to be almost veins that pulse and red sinews that glisten, kind of where it's stitched up. It kind of, the stitchings kind of pulse, and the sinews kind of glisten in a sense.
All she's doing is poking it.
Yeah. As you poke it, and then it does kind of slowly rise, and then go back.
Like it's breathing.
Like it's trying to attach itself to you.
Oh,
Don't touch it.
Oh no, it's not. It doesn't seem to come at you or anything like that.
Okay.
But
She's gonna look at Jackal and say, "It looks like it's breathing."
then stop touching it.
I just poked it. She's got gloves on.
It's-
So that's why she poked it.
Right. Here's what we do. We can't leave this here. Because what if someone has it and we know that, well, at least what I found with Xavier, the Eyes of Fire have been around here. Marbury was working with them. This, and going by the looks of it, is some crazy magical stuff. So we need to find what this is or how to safely dispose of it. I'm getting really big creepy vibes off it, so...
We need to be careful because remember what happened with the sword,
yeah.
the estate with Xavier.
So let's get this is when the moment of when went out the room is like, shit, I wish I had my rope on me. Since someone else has it right now. Shoots to events.
And I gave you my rope, so.
Oh, you did.
Mm-hmm.
I just
back when you asked for it, you have my rope.
Like, if we use some of the rope that we got from for the Wyverns, we just blushing away thinking about the incident. We just lift this up without touching it and get it in. Get it safely in a bag or something. Under no circumstance, everyone touches
Lilith
this.
takes a really big breath and just picks it up. Somebody pull out a bag.
I just look at her. She just picks it up. That was what the rope was.
Just. She already
Where do you guys
touched
put
it.
it?
Nothing happened.
I poked it. I didn't pick it up, and Maya will quickly pull off her backpack since that's the only bag that I think is around close at hand and open it up for her to try to shove that armor in there.
Okay.
Just
You
put
put
it in.
the breastplate armor into your backpack.
How heavy is this armor?
It's about 20 pounds.
20 pounds? Okay. So I know what to put in here.
And as you put it in your backpack, our 15-minute break. So we'll be
Alright.
back at 5:10. Everyone.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
And we are back right after our break. Everything. So you all dealt with the armor that was breathing. You put it in Maya's backpack. Meanwhile, while you were all doing that, Xavier, you and Salchar were heading downstairs when you heard Xavier glass shattering downstairs.
I'll look towards Salchar, but we need to move. And I'm going to cock my rifle, and I'm going to begin to rush downstairs.
Yep. And you pull his sword. Follows.
As you rush down and you pull your sword, as you both rush downstairs, you notice the doorway you guys came through with that stained glass window has been blasted through by a torch, and there is fire now spreading into the building.
Well, it's peachy.
Get the rest. Get the rest now.
And Salchar will yell up the stairwell. We gotta go! Fire!
Oh,
Uh-oh.
shit.
Tracy, do you want perceptions for us to hear that since we are in the very back hallway?
No, he would have gone up there most likely to yell it. You guys hear it? He's yelling it.
I'm just like, shit, we haven't
There's all
found the lead. We haven't found the ledger. As Jackal is going to give one last rush across like all the rooms, everything like that.
I will assist him.
I'm
Then
gonna
give me
have
an
Meaty,
investigation at
as
normal
well,
because
go
you
for
were going to
go.
rush. All right. It would have been at disadvantage if you just rushed. So since you have Maya and Meavy helping you, it's just a regular investigation because you're doing this fast.
She's
Can
gonna,
I-
she's gonna
you-
do her own thing on this side. She is.
Can I
Xavier,
tap him on the
Salchar, you both
shoulder?
hear more windows shut. Yeah, you can guide him. Xavier,
DM.
Salchar, you hear more
Right.
glass shatter downstairs.
I
I'm
don't
going to
think
open the
we
main
have time
door.
to search. We need to go.
16.
Xavier, Jackal, you do not find it. Give me one second.
Salchar's still yelling up the stairs. Let's go, let's go! Nobody's on this. Go!
And Salchar. You're both in the. As you head downstairs, you open the front doors. You see what looks like two guards in plate mail armor pinned with arrows through their heads. And these are big arrows.
Oh, motherfucker. I'm going to, like, where's the main doorway again?
The main doorway is over here and over here. It's kind of like a deck that goes around.
I've kind of opened the doors, and what do I see out there except for just the guards?
You see the two guards that are dead, one on the right, one on the left. You see a mob kind of walking up towards the estate, led by some people. There are a few guards with them as well, kind of charging up there as well, swords in hand. As you open the door, they look to you. Down with the estate! Down with the Allberries!
I'm gonna cock the rifle and I'm gonna yell out, he's already dead. Back down.
He may be dead, but we're going to burn this estate to the ground for the.
Then give me a minute to get my guys out.
You may not have long. And he kind of looks at the other ones, and that's when you hear the glass shatter further in estate from the different rooms, the piano room, a little further down towards the kitchen. Apparently, they've been circling these.
I'll kind of look towards Salcha, like, where are they? We need to move.
They're coming. They're coming. Ow.
Shadow, you find no like.
He just kind of like punches her. Shit. It's just like kind of like looking there, kind of panicking a little bit. Come on. Oh, was it smart ass? Where would I hide it?
Wait, Jackal. As Maya quickly grabs you and turns around. There's a room back there that was the Rack said the table was trapped. Everything in the room was fake. Why have a room like that?
I'm rushing in there real quick just
Yeah,
to go.
she'll show you where it is.
I just look. Might get out of here. I will be able to get out of there, alright. Maybe back me up. Get out of safety.
Two people can search faster.
Your
As well as
husband
standing
is
outside the
going.
door yelling at you two.
Yeah, I'm just like. I just looked at your
as
husband's
you
gonna
are-
kill me.
As you are searching, go ahead, give me an you at
I-
advantage. So,
Yeah, I will be
Salchar and
helping.
Xavier, you see from the piano room underneath smoke start filling under from the door, and from the north side, smoke start filling from under that door.
Shit.
And the people kind of look to you both, and they're just like, they better be hurrying. The estate's to go down any time now.
Salchar's going to impose himself in front of Xavier, kind of bringing his shield forward. No one else has to die today. Fucking give us a minute.
DM, I am commanding
We're not
Madakai
here
to go.
here to kill his people and him. And
Yeah.
as you guys do that, there is nothing in the room. It was a fake room. You assume it was for meetings, in case they wanted to kill anybody secretly.
As I am just gonna grab Maya's hand, and I'm just gonna be rushing out, putting the cloak just kind of like just over her as kind of like a fire blanket. Just that, as I'm just like gonna hold my mouth, it's like, we need to go now, Maya. I'm just gonna like rushing down as fast as I can.
Yeah, Maya did send Madakai to go. She sent him downstairs to get out.
Lilith is following behind both of you because she was screaming at you to get out of the room.
As yeah, rushing down the stairs.
You guys see them rush down.
Okay, look like smoke's filling the room. Like, hurry! I'm kind of coughing wherever, like at the entrance.
I'm just looking at Zayden. We need to put this out. I couldn't find the ledger. We can't lose this information.
It's too. I'm gonna like look. I'm gonna point out, and you're gonna see a massive just crowd and mob. Be like, we have no more time.
I'm going towards the crowd. I'm like, what are
Right.
you people doing?
Can I go with him and say, "Oi, Rex the Mighty says stop."
Oi, geese.
They
Yeah.
kind of just
Waving my mace around.
Yeah.
give me
DM Salchar's going to use his dreadful aspect to try to push him back.
Okay. Okay, give me 1 second. The dog wants out.
The dog's in the fire as
Okay,
well. Quick.
I will get all that in a second. Yep, sorry everyone. Give me 1 second.
Like I say, there is a doggo in here, so.
No, Poppy, I must go back. It's just
Although, I'm pretty sure Madakai isn't that high pitched at his age.
I mean, that'd be weird otherwise.
he sat a little bit funny on his plums. Just a little
It's,
bit high pitch.
it's the smoke from the fire, that's what it is.
What was it? Helium? Like, is he like?
Why do they need to be setting it on fire? I feel like
You know,
Jackal's gonna freak
it
out.
would-
Okay, I'm back. Right,
It
so
would be-
just so I've got this correctly, you're using Dreadful Aspect to push. Rax, you yell that.
Yeah.
Give me a
Can-
persuasion check.
Can I use thaumaturgy as I do it to make my voice super
Sure,
loud?
would you like to use Intimidation or Persuasion?
I will use intimidation.
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead and give me Intimidation with advantage. The people instantly, hold! It's Rex the Mighty. They kind of stand back just admiring you. He's really dead, isn't he? Come, get out of there! Get out of there! They kind of like
I-
step out of the way a little bit to allow you guys to...
I'm just looking at them. We need to put this fire out. If you really hate Armberry as much as you do, we need evidence to prove that, and you're burning it away right now.
You
He's my
think you
manager,
can
do
stop
what he
the
says.
fire. But that fire is... I mean, to be fair, there was oil thrown in there as well. If you're going to stop that fire, you're going to have to try hard, sir.
Just putting his hands together, just like kind of like just panicking a little. We need to. If you guys give a shit about all the things that Armberry has done to you people, you'll find ways to put this out.
They kind of look at each other and look to you, Rax. And they look to you as well, Salchar, who has used your dreadful aspect. And as they're looking at, fuck, get as much as we can out. We have to stop the fire. You better be sure that he's dead, completely dead.
Oh, I'm quite sure he's fucking dead.
He exploded.
They look at you and they like kind of try to push past you just slightly with, getting people in to try and help put the fire out.
Yeah,
And as they do, they seem to be fighting it as a little bit of time's going on. You realize they are fighting the fire, but it's going to eventually consume. They're fighting it as much as they can.
It's just a foregone conclusion. It's just going to consume. It's just too much.
Yeah.
I'll
There's
kinda
already
be like,
been a lot of oil. You can now smell the oil from the foyer. Just normally, you can smell the oil coming from the rooms.
I'll look at the leader and be like, get your guys out of there. There's no point anymore. They're just going to die if they continue this up.
One.
I just gotta look towards Jackal and be
Okay.
like,
The people kind of look at you. We can fight as much as you want. Are you sure?
no, just there's no point in where they're gonna die. And Jackal, we have enough proof that we need. The statues, remember? They're not going to burn down. And also, I can guarantee the people here will recognize some of the faces. Don't you agree?
We can only hope, but we haven't got enough. We need someone to refine that best, I suppose. Not once or twice, but 3 times. Shit has burned away and taken away evidence.
Now, how did you realize he was doing something here? We haven't even said anything to you.
Well, to
I'll
be fair, I mean, he's been treating the fucking town like crap the whole time. The water supply, how it's darkened, possibly tainted. The slums, how he just took that child, his father, and didn't even give them a right trial.
Where are
Many
they?
people vanished in this town as well. I'm not sure. He takes them up to his estate. Maybe there's something under, maybe a path underneath. Maybe he opens his eyes wide. Shed. One of the builders built it. There's a shed behind the estate. Maybe a few. It's on the land. He kind of like pushes past the people. Come.
I'm rushing.
Yeah, as soon as he said the location, Maya would have bolted because of the child.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
You guys come around as you now see some of the building now catching on the outside as the flames kind of go up into the air. A very dark cloud kind of, starts to fill the sky from the dirty burn. And you guys do notice there's a shed off in the distance. It's maybe about 50 to 75 feet away from the manor.
Is it,
in the back.
does that have a padlock on it?
It does seem to have a padlock. But as you get to it, the guard kind of pulls some men and says, "Get the crowbars! Get the crowbars!"
I just go there. It's like, I'm going to shout, if anyone is in there, stand back, as I'm going to pick up my rapier, as I'm going to try and booming blade. I'm going to try and blow the lock off.
Sure.
If that doesn't work, I have an idea.
19. As you aim your weapon directly at it, and you do so, you just make contact with it. Roll damage.
Blade.
You feel the lock just kind of from where it's basically padlocked, just kind of fall off, and the doors kind of open slightly. As you open it inwards, there seems to be hay in this area, some boxes for storage. There's an old torn up and destroyed rug, kind of a little scrumpled up on the ground. There's some tools on the wall. A window on the right side seems to have a shutter that's a little beaten.
I'm gonna have a look to see if there's like a little passage anyway, or if there's something underneath, like a cellar. Just looking to see if this is like just a little bit of a hideaway.
I'll be helping him.
Give an investigation with the
23.
As you go a little weird, you lift the rug up and there's nothing under it. It's just a tattered, destroyed rug. You kind of feel around the walls, and then you realize, why the hell is there hay in here? It doesn't have any fucking animals on the land. You move the hay and you notice there's 2 small cellars, cellar doors that kind of are there under the hay. As you guys go to it, you realize they are locked as well.
I've got 2 cellars here, they're locked as well.
Okay, look, like, I'll blow that one, and I'll go to the one that Jackal isn't by, and I'll do the same trick I did before. I'm gonna take one of my shots. I'm gonna fill it full of black powder, and then I will explode it out.
Sure, you do that in
the last one.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and give me a strike, Jackal. As you fill it in, Xavier, you do it and you kind of light it, and yep, you hit as well, Jackal. Go ahead and give me a damage. You see the lock kind of explode outwards. You feel a little bit of the debris hit you, Xavier, just from how it is. You're kind of a little shaky when you're doing it, so you may have put just a little bit more in there than needed, but it does kind of just go everywhere. Yeah, you bust the lock right off with your attack strike on it, and as you do, you notice this goes into the doors open up, and as you go down about 20 steps, the guards kind of help you. They light up torches to assist those who can't see or just themselves. As they do, you notice a massive cellar. This cellar is maybe about 50 feet tall, and it's maybe about 150 feet far. There's about 200, 300 cells down.
Kind of look around, and I'll kind of like push away the light that the guard has for me because I can see better in the dark. And I'll look around and be like, "Is there any people down here?"
There are all of
them are full.
All of them are full, and they're full with multiple people too. You notice that these people don't look, and some of the guards go by, "Oh, it's Joel," or they come by and they're like, "Nancy," and they go to different ones. There's different races, but some of them are just they mention it's like, "This was one of the travelers that came through." Different various people, and you eventually find the boy and his father kind of just in there. Father kind of holding his boy close.
I'm just gonna let everyone just
DM. Do any of them have signs of that virus we dealt with before? The rotting off flesh?
No, they do not.
All right.
They don't have puncture marks on them whatsoever. Like the statues at all?
What is it? Sorry.
I was asking if they've got any of them got like little puncture marks like the statues did.
No, but you do notice as you get further, you notice what look like two big oak doors, maybe a size larger than you guys. And as you open it up, you notice, hey, I need who would open the door up?
Probably me.
I'd be focused on finding a key or just investigating, see who's alive, who's dead, make sure no one's infected with the virus. That's what I'll be doing.
I've been helping Jackal go through stuff, so I'm probably with Jackal when he opens the store.
I need a con save. As the door opens up, several guards puke as a rancid smell of death overtakes. Yeah, both of you, up any meal you would have had this morning, and it is rancid. However, on the sides of the door, you do notice there are two key rings that are kind of locked. They kind of have like a lock keeping them in place. And you look into this room. This room, the floor is stained with blood. The room is maybe about 20 feet high and maybe walks in about 35 feet deep. There are several corpses littered in the middle that look very drained in a sense. There are several casks, barrels that you would assume would normally be for crushing grapes for wine, but it just seems to be filled with blood. This seems to be where Alberry was making wine.
He's just calm mouth again, just putting his hand over his face as he's, with that 4, he's throwing up.
Yeah, after Maya finishes throwing up, she's just looking at that room, kind of slack-jawed and horrified.
Sick bastards.
I'll just kind of call out from really far away, not knowing this. I'll just be like, well, we no longer need a ledger. This is more than enough evidence.
Some of the guards are just standing there, oh god, just vomiting. And one of the guards holding a rag over his mouth that didn't know to do vomiting just looks, the fuck is wrong with their family?
Maya's just frozen in horror. She's not moving.
Prioritize getting people out of there. Make sure they're fed, clothed, make sure they're not sick.
We'll
We'll
do
take
that.
care of the bodies as well. As I'm gonna be looking in there. As yeah, I'm gonna. Even though they're just in case, I'm looking for anything that looks like writing or ledger of anything on there. Just more evidence, more anything I can grab.
Sure.
And that leads
Give
to
me
the eyes of
investigation.
time. My stomach's still churning after.
You don't find anything normally, however, something does catch your eyes. As you come out of the room, the bloodied room, and you kind of don't really want to go in there, you notice you have to shake your head and take a second take. Above the door, there's a giant portrait, circular table. It's very dark in the portrait. All you can really make out is a table, possibly some people sitting at it. You notice 5 eyes. One on one side, one, and one. But just for an instant, you think you notice that one of the portraits, one of the eyes, has a smaller eye, a little bit higher to the right of it.
Gonna have a look at that portrait as I'm seeing this is like where they had their obvious meetings and stuff like that. As I'm going out there to investigate that painting, that portrait, I'm gonna see like
you cannot reach it. You can try to get something to reach it if you'd like to.
Is there like a ladder around here, like a step ladder, or like can I grab one of the barrels to use just to get up?
Yeah, sure. You can